Okay, this video is for anyone who is maybe considering buying a solar generator, like maybe one of these, or you already have something like this, one of these, and it's too small, not enough capacity, it's not cutting it in some way or another. I wanted to show in this video another approach that you can take. It's a little bit more money, but the result is, I think, a lot better than what you get with these. So that is my MPP solar all-in-one inverter, MPPT controller, and it has the built-in power receptacles and a couple of DC USB outputs as well. I'll put a link in the description for this so you guys can check out all the tech specs on it. There's other videos that go over this in a little bit more detail than what I was going to cover here. I just wanted to talk about how simple this is and how effective it is. So this has a 2.7 kilowatt inverter. So it's almost 3,000 watts built in. And the MPPT controller. It's a 40 amp controller, which is pretty adequate. And it comes with the battery cable. That's this right here. It comes with the solar cable connectors, the MC4 connectors. These are my cables that I've connected to it. So you have to have your own cables and your own solar panels, obviously. But it comes with this really nice wiring harness. All you have to do is snap it in and connect it to your battery. Now this is a 24 volt system, so you have to have 24 volt batteries, either two 12 volt connected together or one 24 volt, which I have here. Sorry, the lighting's really bad. I have an AmpereTime 24 volt 100 amp hour battery connected to it, and as you can see there, this has been fantastic. Now I put a bolt-on fuse on the positive terminal. I don't think you even have to do that. That was recommended. I saw some YouTubers suggesting that, and so I went to an automotive store and bought a 175 amp bolt-on fuse that you can get for like $4, and that's really it. That was all I had to do. And you can see I'll try to get that to focus. The sun's coming up. I'm in Florida, and the sun is kind of creeping up, and there's clouds too. But I'm charging right now, getting a little over around 100 watts. There's probably some clouds going over. I've just got two 100 watt panels connected in series, which works really good on this. I get about 170 under really good conditions. But literally just this and a battery and you're good to go. And it's 2.7 kilowatts. I can charge all kinds of stuff. I actually charge these with this because the capacity is pretty good on this, and I run my office. I've got my PS3, TV, guitar amps, two guitar tube amps too, which can be a bit of a power hog. I mean, these are small. I have small tube amps, so they're only like 25 watts. Can power my laptop, big monitor. I'll show some footage of it in action as well so that you can see. But yeah, This is super simple. If you're thinking about building your own solar generator system, I would definitely say this is the way to go. It's obviously it's not as portable as these guys, but unfortunately with these, the inverters, in my opinion, are just not that efficient. I mean, I get about maybe 80% efficiency out of the AC inverters on these. And obviously they're smaller, the battery capacity is just not that great. So, you know, if you're powering something small for a little while, they're really good. But if you're wanting to run like something serious, this is definitely the way to go. I mean, you could easily run a cabin off of this. I mean, I power my whole garage off of it essentially. But yeah. Okay, so here's my do-it-yourself solar generator in action. So I forgot to mention, it's a pure sine wave inverter. So 2.7 kilowatts, pure sine wave. It's very clean. I never have any problems running my anything off of it. Music equipment, televisions, computers, monitors, nothing. You can see I'm charging right now. I apologize for the lighting, but you can see I'm getting about 131 watts in right now. I've only got 200 watt panels connected to it. I have some larger panels that when I'm running larger loads on it, or when it's starting to drain the battery. But for everyday use, I mainly am just powering like my computer setup, which is, you know, maybe 130, 140 watts. So this keeps up with it pretty good. Keeps it just about topped off. Every now and again, like I said, I'll hook the bigger panels up to it just to really charge it up, but it's usually not necessary. Only after maybe some rainy weather or really cloudy weather. So I've got my monitor, my laptop, and this is kind of a gaming laptop. It's got a beefy graphics card. The power supply is 130 watts, I think, or 150 watts. So it's definitely not a slouch. Got my 27-inch monitor. You can see tube amp is on. I think it's a 42-inch TV with my PS3 connected and running. I am running a couple lights off the grid in my garage, like that light, and of course the ceiling light. That's running off the grid, but this would easily handle that if I wanted to run more stuff off of it. You can see on here, if I can get it to zoom in, so I'm, with all of that going, I'm at a little over 200 watts, which 200, 215 out of 2,700, that's really barely even touching it. It's a very low percentage of what the inverter is capable of. Like I said, I'm going to put a link in the description so you guys can check out the website that I got this from, and you can look at all the tech details on it. The only minor complaint I have about this is the USB ports, especially the USB-C port. It's not a 100 watt USB-C port. I think it's a 45 watt. It won't charge a laptop, or it won't charge any of the laptops I have. So, but anyway, as you can see, I could run my entire garage off of just this and the AmpereTime 24 volt 100 amp hour battery, which I highly recommend the AmpereTime batteries. Well, to be honest, this is the only one that I've ever bought, and it was about 6-7 months ago. It's been fantastic. I mean, it's just worked. I just plugged it into this using the supplied battery cables. I put like I said earlier, I put a bolt-on fuse on there, 175 amp bolt-on fuse, just to be extra safe. This does have a main breaker, circuit breaker, and you can connect this to AC, and you can run it off AC and solar and battery. There's a bunch of different configurations for it. You can just look through the manual to decide how you want to do it. I don't connect it to the grid at all. I don't want to have to deal with the permits. I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. I really don't need it. I don't need to connect it to the grid at all whatsoever. You could use it to charge off the grid, charge the battery off the grid. You could run power loads off the grid if you wanted to. I don't need any of that. It's adequate with just the battery and some solar. So anyway, that's it. I figured I would post this, and anybody thinking about building their own solar generator system, this is so easy and it works fantastic. I've been running this for, like I said, about 7, maybe close to 8 months now, and it's just been fantastic. So I hope this helps anybody trying to make a decision on what they're gonna buy or get or what they might need. So it's been a fun project for sure. Okay, take care.